Hello and welcome back to my Allen Bradley PLC test bench. Today we're going to take and burn EEPROMs, electrically erasable, and rewrite them. This is for the COM ports, which is here, which we in the other video you've seen, for the PLC5 firmware upgrade kit. Now the EEPROMs are these guys here, and when we change lens here in a minute, you have to take off this label on the front. Then it goes into the EEPROM UV lamp for about 30 minutes, and that's how you erase the memory. When you pull it out, you cover up the window again with a piece of aluminum duct tape. Works really good. And then you put it into the EEPROM burner. First you take the upgraded EEPROM, put it in, copy it, take it out, take your clean EEPROM, put it in, and write to it. And you're done. Sounds easy enough, and let's see how it goes. So next we'll, like I say, I'll change lenses, we'll get in closer, and I'll take off the label first because that always takes a few minutes. Okay, here we are back again. Now what I'm using here at the bottom is the standard single edge razor blade. This is the tray that goes into the EEPROM eraser, and this is a very dense anti-static foam. Now you have to get this off, and as you can see, it can be a pain. Hopefully I can speed up the video so it doesn't take as long. Side-to-side motion sometimes works better than trying to just get in there. There we go. Now, still a little bit on there. I'm not exactly positive on how clean you should have these, but like anything else in electrical, cleanliness helps. Okay, so you're there, hopefully. Let's bring this up like this, and refocus there. So there's the window in the chip. I'm going to bring this closer. Okay, so there it is there. I'm using a macro lens and it can be a little difficult sometimes. So there's the EEPROM window. And now we're going to go and we're going to place it into the EEPROM eraser and let it sit there for 25 to 30 minutes. And then we'll come back and I'll have the other chip out and we'll copy and burn. Okay, just a quick safety notice here. This is an ultraviolet light. This eraser has an interlock in it so that you can't have it on without the door being closed. So we'll close the door and it locks in there. Turn it. You have to turn past 15. I've got it about 25 and press on. And as you can see, our UV light is on at the bottom. And we'll be back in about 25-30 minutes and we'll finish this up. Remember, safety first. Okay, and we're back. It's about a half hour later. The EEPROM is out of the UV eraser. And you see it's sitting there. I'll take this duct tape, duct tape is always the best thing in the world for everything, and very carefully place over top of the window. That stops UV light from entering from sunshine, various lighting procedures. Okay, so there's our prepared chip ready to go. This is the chip that we want to copy the firmware off of this onto the other one. So using our non-conductive little lever here, carefully take it out. Now the notch is at the top and pin 1 is at the top. So it's maybe a little bit hard to distinguish. I'll move a little closer here. Okay, so drop the lever and press read. And it does a read verify, which takes just a little bit. Drop the light here a bit, and it's done. It's copied. Hit verify. And what it's doing is reading between here and here. It's ready. Lift the lever, remove it, put it off on your phone. Take your good chip, again with taking care as to where the notch is, drop it, and press program. It's now writing into the double EEPROM. Okay, now it's into read verify and it's ready. Okay, so there's no on-off switch on this old guy. I'll just unplug it, take the chip out, put it onto the anti-static again, and I have a little label made up for it. Carefully put it on there. And again, that helps with keeping the UV light out of it. Hopefully you can still see that, yep. And this is my original chip. Take and put it, and again, I know that you can see on there where the notch is supposed to be. Carefully insert the original back into its holder. And as you notice see or have seen in the other video, you put your PLC processor back together. And that is why the firmware upgrade on these older PLCs, you need to budget yourself an hour to an hour and a half per unit plus testing. So you could be up to 2 hours per processor to upgrade the firmware, which is why so many people don't like to do it. Okay, put this together, and then I think we're done the first set of videos.